Memorial Day is quickly approaching in Greater West Bloomfield, which means it's almost time for the annual Sylvan Lake Memorial Day Parade. Preparations are already underway for the beloved community event, all thanks to the help of parade chairperson Margarita Garcia, who joins us right now on the Splash Live to tell us more about this year's preparations. Margarita, happy to have you with us.
Oh, thank you for having me, Jake.
Of course, really excited to be hearing what's in store for the Memorial Day Parade this year. I know everyone in the community looks forward to it. What are the key elements that go into planning this parade every year?
Well, most of all, it's communication. I mean, it begins with, calling the volunteers, communicating with the city, coordination, preparation, and of course, at the end, it's the execution itself of the parade.
That's absolutely right. Lots of communication is key, and we see that unfold every single year with this parade. And how long has this parade been going on? How many years?
I've asked that question a couple of times, Jake, and the answer is we think about 75 years, but nobody knows for sure.
Wow.
So a long time.
Certainly has been a long time, which just goes to show how much that this parade has stood the test of time and has become such a mainstay for this community. Margarita, what can attendees and participants expect to be different or possibly new in this year's parade?
Well, our parade is about traditions. So every year we have a lot of the same participants. Regarding like the city float, our garden club, parks and recreation, the kids on bikes, historical characters, and of course, all of our drivers in vintage cars or pulling boats. That is a mainstay every year. This year, however, we do have two new participants. Sylvan Table, the beautiful restaurant right in our neighborhood, is joining us, and we can't wait to see what they do their first time. And also we have the Oakland County Sheriff's Department Mounted Police. We're looking at two riders, so two officers. We're really excited about that. They'll be walking with or riding, trotting right behind our police car, patrol car, which should be really cool for the kids to see.
Absolutely. Those sound like great additions to
Yeah.
the parade lineup for this Memorial Day weekend. And working with all of these local officials and volunteers and participants, how do you coordinate things with all those people to ensure that everything runs smoothly on parade day?
Well, this parade, thank goodness, has a history. So we have, our notes from the past. The first thing that happens at the, late March is that I meet with the city along with Kathy Robbins, who is the coordinator for the veterans, excuse me, and Denise Dryden, John Martin at the city, and we sit down and just, start the planning. Also, Police Chief Corey is in the meeting because his department is involved in, the street closings and so forth and monitoring that everybody stays safe. So that starts it. And then I start making good old phone calls, texts, emails to the past participants, and then hopefully get on the phone and try to or visit or whatever local businesses and so forth. This year, Chief Corey helped to get the mounted police for us. So I thought that was pretty cool of him.
Absolutely. All
Yeah.
great things to be looking forward to with this year's
Yes.
parade. And you just touched on this a little bit, Margarita, but how you talk about a lot of participants that have been involved for many years, but you've also talked about how we're having a couple new participants this year. How can new participants get involved with the parade for future years?
Oh, I forgot one other addition before I answer your question,
Of
Jake.
course.
Ben Mearswell, who is a local young man that grew up in Sylvan Lake, born and raised and bred. He has his own business, and he is bringing his tractor this year as well. So just wanted to say thank you to Ben for that. So we're excited. And how can people get involved? They can just reach out. We're a small community. We have a Facebook page, Sylvan What's Going On. My email is sylvanlakeparade at gmail. Pretty easy. A lot of people know my phone number, or if they don't, you can call City Hall and get it, or send City Hall an email and just send them a request, and then they'll forward that to me. Or if you see me outside and so, hey Margarita, I'm thinking about next year, great. I mean, it's such a small community, we can pretty much open the window and shout out to your neighbor. So it's pretty easy to get a hold of me here.
You're right. It is a small community, but I think it's because of that's what makes parades like this so special for
Yes.
everybody. For those just joining us right now on the Splash Live, we're talking with the Sylvan Lake Memorial Day Parade Chairperson, Margarita Garcia, who's giving us a little sneak peek of what we can expect with the Memorial Day Parade this year coming up in just a couple short weeks. Now, of course, talking about all of these great programs and these great participants involved with the parade. Let's not forget the holiday's origins. This is Memorial Day. So how do you honor veterans and active service members during the parade? And how do you ensure that the true meaning and spirit of Memorial Day is honored throughout the event?
Well, the Memorial Day Parade is named Memorial Day Parade because that's it. We're honoring our fallen heroes, our veterans, and there's a really active veteran community here in Sylvan Lake, um, as well as Memorial Park, which is dedicated to our veterans. So we see it every day and we honor them and remember them every day. They're such a part of our community. So, given that, the way in the parade itself, we have the American Legion Post 341 that joins us each year. And these guys, some of them are from World War II and the Korean War and so forth. So they proudly join us and are acknowledged at the memorial service, which is really a beautiful thing to see. Um, the parade ends at Memorial Park, and that's a time that we begin our ceremonies for the veterans and the fallen heroes. It's a really beautiful thing to see. It's very respectful, very solemn, and it's really a lovely production by Kathy Robbins and John Martin, who is our musical director as well as our city manager, and he performs beautifully. I'm not sure what he's doing this year, but it's always amazing, and it always brings a little tear to the eye.
I'd imagine so. I remember the festivities from last year. They were incredibly moving. Can't wait to see what he has in store for this year. And of course, as we've talked about, parades like this, a big reason that this has become so successful is, as you said, because of the community's support.
Yes.
So what role specifically does the community play in supporting the parade, either through volunteering, sponsoring, or participating?
All of the above. We have volunteers that raise their hand every year. They help with parking lot coordination. They help with the kids getting their bicycles decorated, face painting, the leader of the parade to keep everybody on track. All of these are veteran volunteers, I want to say, that help us every year. And also the community really shows up. It's the beauty about this parade is that it's through our streets, our residential streets. So you can step out your door and go up to your lawn, and a lot of people like put their lawn chairs out. The kids are outside and watch the parade go by, or take a short walk up to Garland Street and watch the parade at its end, and then join in for the memorial ceremony. We had quite a turnout last year. It was really attended by a lot, and it's the kickoff for the summer here aside being a day for the veterans, it's the summer kickoff. And you see your neighbors you haven't seen all winter. Everybody's happy and smiling and greeting each other. It's really very cool community.
That's absolutely right. Spreading that positivity and spreading smiles everywhere you go. Margarita, I know you got a lot of busy work to do to make sure that everything runs smoothly for this year's parade, but I got one more question for you before I let you go,
Sure.
and I think this one might be the biggest of all. What are you most looking forward to with this year's parade?
Well, I have to tell you, my favorite part of the parade itself is watching it come together. We start lining up the participants and the floats and the music and the bagpiper in front of City Hall and Greater Harvest Church. About a hour before the parade starts. I have to tell you, standing back and watching it all come together is really, it's a festival atmosphere. Ben and, I'm sorry, Kevin and Maria Mearswell handle the parking lot situation, and they line up all of the cars and so forth according to their place in the parade, which is a great part of the parade. So everybody's pulling in, and the kids are getting their faces painted, and they're decorating their bicycles. The big fire truck, West Bloomfield fire truck, shows up. The patrol car this year will have the horses there, the mounted police, and it's just a festival in itself. It's the favorite part for me of the parade. Not mention the memorial ceremony, but it always makes me so happy. It's just it really, you guys should film it. It's really fun.
Well, we will certainly be there to capture all of the magic. I can't wait to see it all up close. I know you can't wait either. Margarita, thank you so much for joining us today here in the Splash Live to tell us all about the parade.
It was my pleasure, Jake, and we'll see you at the parade.